Well, I guess if you find bad accents and middle fucking fuck.
See, the squirrels are fucking with you still.
You've just stepped into Damnit Jim, the podcast. And now, from the broadcast studios high atop Damnit Jim, the university, here are your hosts Dana Smith and Dan Kelzaretta.
Hey, Dan, we're getting ever closer to the season 4 premiere episode, which airs next week.
Season 4 of what, Dana? What are we doing? Oh, you mean Strange New Worlds?
Yeah.
Dana, did I not tell you I'm going on vacation next week? For like 6 months. Yeah, I'm excited though, Dana. How about you?
Yeah, and I have not seen these trailers before this morning.
Oh, okay.
I've kind of like stayed away from it to try to, keep things under wrap for myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, I watched it this morning. It was pretty exciting.
Dana, before we do get started, I have an update about my internet service. Remember last week? Do you remember that?
Yeah. How could I forget?
Yeah, I know. It sucked last week. But thankfully, Dana, at least in this situation, I don't need to throw bricks anymore. But I do owe an apology to Spectrum. If you recall, my internet connection kept dropping last week as we were recording. So that afternoon, I got a hold of Spectrum, and they actually sent a technician the very next day. I mean, I was pretty surprised. The technician, Tony, he was amazing. Had never heard our podcast, so that was good because I thought, well, if he'd heard the podcast, he might make the internet signal even worse, like just cut it off.
That's what I'd be afraid of.
So he tested the signal coming into the house, and he saw that something wasn't right. So he went outside, and then he tested the line from the junction box on the pole, on the street that goes to the house. And he had this device. It looked like a tricorder, actually, that he hooked up to the line. And he's like, oh yeah, there's something really wrong here. So he told me he's going to replace the entire line from the junction box to the house. And then he also decided to replace the modem for free. So that's great. And he got all that hooked up, and voila, that's French, by the way, for holy crap. The signal was perfect, Dana. And then he showed me the old line that was at the junction box, and it had been gnawed on by the fucking squirrels, Dana. Like they were going ape, or squirrel, I don't know what you call it, on this line. It had all these bites in it. And then because it had the bites in it, water gets in there, and over time it corrodes the line and it makes it all wonky. So here's what I'm thinking, Dana, that the squirrels must have been listening to the podcast and for some reason didn't like it. I don't think we've ever put a squirrel down in this podcast, have we?
Not yet, no.
It's coming though.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's short-lived. Yeah.
Yeah. So they gnaw on the line, the water gets in, and over time it just gets worse and worse. Actually, I do like squirrels, Dana. I would not hurt them. But I do have a squirrel story I got to tell that has nothing to do with internet. I was at work one day, and my wife calls me at work, and she said, hey, you need to come home right now with the car. And I'm like, why? What's going on? She said, one of our cats got a hold of a squirrel and punctured its lung and broke its neck, I guess. And the squirrel's paralyzed and gasping for breath. And I'm like, well, can't you just stick it in a tree? Maybe it'll get better. And she said, its spine is broken. It's not going to get better. And I said, well, look, just put it in a sack and put it in the freezer and let it just kind of, get cold and die. And she said, I'm not going to put a squirrel in the freezer. It'll start like gnawing on things and scratching around. She said, you got to come home now and bring the car. And I'm like, oh, okay. I don't know. She wanted me to take the squirrel out somewhere. So I come home. She's got the squirrel in the box. She kind of dumps the squirrel on the street. She said, I want you to run it over.
Oh,
that's the most humane thing. She said she couldn't whack it with a shovel or a sledgehammer. She said, I want you to run it over. I'm like, you want me to run the squirrel over? Yeah, you need to run the squirrel over. Okay. The squirrel's looking up at me with these eyes like, please don't run me over. And I'm like, you fucked up my internet, you fucking squirrel. I'm going to run you over. So I'm like, okay, here we go. So I run it over. It's really interesting. You'd think, squirrel's small, car big. You wouldn't feel it. You feel it, Dana. It's like it kind of bumps the car up a little bit. So I run it over, and I'm like, maybe I better back up over it too, just to make sure. Got to just really if I'm going to do it, we got to make sure. So I back up, 4 tires have now run over this poor squirrel, and it's pretty flat, I'd say, at this point. And so I said, "Can I go back to work now? I got to go back to work." She's like, "Yeah, that's fine." Scoops it up in the box. I think she threw it in the neighbor's trash so it wouldn't stink up our trash, But I bet that's why, Dana, now that I think about it, that's when the squirrels started chewing on the internet cable. I bet.
Yeah, no doubt. All that time, they've been slowly getting back at you.
Planning.
Yeah, someday he's going to do a podcast and this will screw it up.
Anyway, that's my squirrel story, Dana. You have any squirrel stories, Dana, or other various rodents?
We had a squirrel that fell out of a tree or something. It was laying on the ground. It was all like wiggling around. Yeah, I think it fell on its head. And I don't think it could get onto its stomach to run away. And if it could, I don't think it could run straight and stuff. And
Yeah.
I went and told my parents. I was not quite a teenager yet.
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, there's a squirrel outside and it's all damaged and hurt." And so my dad goes, "Here, I'll help you."
Uh-oh, that's not good.
I go out and I'm, standing by the squirrel and doing, "It's going to be all right, little squirrel." And thinking, my dad was going to get a box from the garage or something. He came out with a shovel.
Oh boy.
I said, "Dad, you can't hit it with a shovel." And he goes, "It's probably got germs, rabies, disease, So he said, "This is best for everything."
You get down real close. Get real close to the squirrel.
So yeah, my dad smacked it in the head. And the thing is, the first time he hit it, it kind of just like bounced on the ground and then it was like shaking and stuff more.
Oh no.
And so then he hit it again and the squirrel stopped moving.
That's traumatic, Dana.
But there was a guy down the street from us at the time.
He said, "That's not a squirrel, that's my dog." Your dad's like, "Oh crap, I gotta get new glasses."
He collected animal furs.
Oh no. No. You brought it down there?
So my dad said, "Go tell this guy that we've got a dead squirrel." I'm like, "He's not going to want a dead squirrel," and head bashed in. And he's like, "Just go tell him." He goes, "I'll bet you money he comes down here and picks it up." I went down there and told the guy. He goes, "I'll be right there." Came over with a little box, picked it up by his tail, dropped it in the box, and off he went.
Did you get like a hat out of it, like a squirrel hat? All right. Well, enough with the squirrel stories. Welcome to Strange New Worlds, the squirrel edition.
Yeah. Strange new squirrels. Yeah.
And just to reiterate, I do like squirrels. I really do like squirrels, and I'm not going to throw a brick at one. I mean, unless it is dying, and my wife comes and tells me to, hit that thing with a brick.
Just real quick, we have a bird feeder outside. I think you saw it when you were here before.
Yeah.
And the squirrels climb up the bird feeder and shake the bird feeder so the seeds all fall out and stuff.
Yeah.
So my wife goes out occasionally and greases the pole with like olive oil or something. And it's so funny to watch the squirrel like start to climb up and then slide back down and then start to climb up and slide back down. They're very determined.
Your internet's going to start having problems pretty soon. 'Cause they're chewing on that cable right now. I can guarantee it. I'll teach them for putting freaking olive oil on that pole.
I just told her, I said, it makes it more tasty for the owl that's going to get them there.
All right. Hey, going back to like the listener comments, maybe we should do that. Why don't you start us off this week?
Okay, Dan. Let's see what we got here from Facebook. Lee Bursagy. I have no idea how to pronounce the last name. It's, but Lee.
Lee, let's just call him Lee.
He says, even though it often gets panned as a quote unquote bad season 2 episode, I thought it freaking hilarious and fun. Because in addition to the neat story of the 2 colonies going down opposite paths, not to mention the clones, a lot going on and fun for those not too uptight.
I don't know what he's talking about there, Dana.
We are anything but uptight. John Lee, I don't know if he's related to the other Lee, very good episode that takes a dark turn. The racist stereotyping was bad enough, but Riker goes full HAL 2000 mode when he murders his sleeping clone with Dr. Pulaski's approval.
That's funny.
Michael Leahy said...
wow, all these Lees. Hold on. All these Lees. Lee, John Lee, Tom Lee, whatever, and then Leahy. Wow, what's going on there?
Yeah, maybe it was when I put it out to the Lee clones. I don't know. But, Michael Lee, he said, up with the code of honor and the do not watch racist undertone. David Strachan?
Just call him David Lee. Just David Lee.
He says, guys, you seem to have Scotland mixed up with Wales in regards to the sheep.
He's got to be Scottish.
Finally, Scott Sutherland said, distressed bacon? Do I get a discount on that? So Dan, what do you have for listener comments?
Let's start out with an email. Robert from Nevada sent an email about a review of Up the Long Ladder. He said, okay, 40 years ago, I didn't catch on to the sexism and other incongruencies. So thanks for that update. One super cool thing I noticed was the little shadow of the Enterprise that was cast upon the rings of the clone planet as they first approached. Nice attention to detail. All right, and from YouTube, Archer494, new commenter, said Up the Long Ladder was one of his favorite episodes, saying, it's quirky and has tremendous humor and doesn't take itself too seriously. Well, Dana, I guess if you find bad accents and middle school humor tremendous, wait a second. Now that I think about it, Archer494 must love our podcast because we're all about middle school humor and bad accents, Dana. Regarding the same episode, Pat SK8872 says, anyone who is offended by this episode has no sense of humor, and I'm 95% sure of their political affiliation. Dana, I think I've got the quite refined and sophisticated sense of humor, and when it comes to all things Star Trek, I believe we are both erudite, and I still thought it was a stupid episode. I mean, as far as my political affiliation, I'm a proud, card-carrying member of the craft beer party, Dana.
Yeah, you wear that card proudly.
And always. And Cecil Mbarsky also commented about Up the Long Ladder, saying, this and the Next Generation episode Code of Honor reflect Roddenberry's outdated ethnic stereotypes. On the bright side, this episode is pretty much the end of the Riker as Galactic Lothario meme. And by Lothario, I think he means syphilis, Dana. Finally, Dana, we got a call on the Damnit Jim hotline. Here's what listener Roxy had to say.
As a woman who is Irish on her mama's side of the family and who is female and I would say kind of poor, I have never acted like any of the Irish in this episode. We don't do that. It's uninformed writing. And I have to say, y'all had me laughing so hard tonight. And I needed that.
Thanks, Roxy. Always good to hear from you, and do appreciate your support and your commentary.
And Dana, that's all I have for this week.
So once again, thanks everybody who reached out to us either through email or Facebook and watched us on YouTube. If you want to leave a message like Roxy did, Dan, what's that phone number?
Dana, the Damnit Jim hotline open 24/7 is 509-676-6298.
This week, we're discussing the season 4 trailers for Strange New Worlds.
Dana, I went second by second in the official trailer, and so I've got about 32 pages worth of notes.
I've got 2 sentences. So
good. I don't have that much. I'm just kind of joking. This should be the shortest podcast in the history of all of our podcasts, but I got the feeling it's not going to be.
Well, I've got some comments on the first trailer, which was released in April, Dan. You want to start that way?
Yeah.
As these trailers are, they're kind of fast and furious, a lot of quick cutting, from image to image.
Right.
It starts off with Pike saying something about, he's never been prone to kind of run away from adventure and stuff like that, even when he probably should, basically is what he says.
Right.
And so you kind of get the idea that that's what season 4 is going to be, is adventure and excitement.
That's how I took it too.
We see somebody outside the spaceship in a spacesuit walking along the hull of the craft of the Enterprise, and I think it was Uhura. So we see Kirk give Spock a hug. There's a few scenes that show Scotty real quick. There's Una, number 1, who looks very serious. There's an image of Una and Pike looking sad. There's phaser fire, flames in space, and Kirk screams. There's more action and stuff. And then the last clip is Kirk turning towards the camera and saying, "Let's boldly go."
And now in this trailer, did you see Sam Kirk at all?
I didn't. Not that I remember.
No, I didn't either. Kind of hoping, Dana, that he and the mustache might be gone.
Wow. There is a quote in there from Pike by the way. It says, space is limitless in its beauty and in its terror.
Yeah, that was good. I like that.
Again, all these quick clips and stuff makes you feel like it's going to be an exciting, fun-filled season. What about you, Dan? What's your take on this?
Yeah, that's the focus, I would say, Dana, and even maybe more so in the trailer that came out just about a month ago. By the way, that second trailer on YouTube has almost 5 million views. Isn't that amazing?
That's pretty cool. And those 5 million people should be listening to our podcast.
They will be, I'm sure. The thing is, that's about 4.99999 million people more than watched Starfleet Academy.
Yeah. Or made it through the first episode of Starfleet Academy. Yeah.
So. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So Dan, I talked about the first trailer that came out in April. The last one came out in June. So why don't you lead us into that one?
Yeah, Dana, the trailer opens with Spock talking to a squirrel. It was the oddest thing, Dana. I'm not quite sure where that came from, but no, anyway, the trailer opens with Spock and Kirk talking. So immediately my thought was this is going to be a big part of season 4, Dana, is how this relationship develops.
Yeah, I kind of got the same. I think they're really pushing that.
I think so too. And then we see all of the characters from season 3 except for Sam Kirk. Again, I didn't see him anywhere in either of these trailers. So it seems like everyone's coming back.
Wait a minute. Did you see Pelia?
No, she's not in this, but she was in a long clip that was played at like the New York Comic-Con to introduce season 4, and she was in that clip. It was like a long clip from one episode. I don't know if it's going to be the first episode of the season or not, but she's in there. Same annoying voice, by the way. So be prepared.
Yeah, well, I figured you'd be doing backflips if she wasn't in it. So
no, she's going to be there. And then the other thing too from this trailer, Pike still has amazing hair, like the most amazing hair of anyone on any series ever. And then in this trailer, there's a scene of some people riding horses in Western garb. They look like they're on an alien planet, but they're riding real fast. It's the music, and it looks like there's some danger or something. Again, Dina, it seems like they're priming us for like a lot of action and fighting and conflict.
Yeah, and there's even a point with Noonien Singh fighting somebody with swords and kind of like medieval costumes.
And then we also see a scene of like the crew getting attacked by a T-Rex, and then there's a dragon in space breathing fire on the ship. I don't know about those things, Dana. That seems like could be a little weird. Then we again hear the voiceover by Spock, and he says to Kirk something about saving the ship and their friends. I think we're moving in this direction, Dana, in season 4, where this relationship is going to start to solidify. That's everything I have for that second trailer, Dana.
Yeah, Dan, I think, both trailers look pretty exciting. One thing, I didn't see any Muppets.
You're right. There were none.
And we've been told that there's definitely a Muppet episode in season 4.
Yeah, I did look that up afterwards. Celia Rose Gooding, who plays Uhura, had been quoted as saying at one of these conventions that the Muppet episode, just wait until that Muppet episode comes out. You're not going to believe it. I think she's right. I'm probably not going to believe it. But I think it's going to happen. They just didn't show it in the trailer.
And we've heard rumors about McCoy. I'm not sure if it was in season 4 or season 5, but I didn't see anybody that looked like McCoy.
No, and in fact, Dana, Mabinga has part of the voiceover in that trailer as well. So, and we also see him, so we know he'll be back too.
Yeah.
Well, Dana, based on all that, what do you hope for out of season 4?
Good stories, Dan. That's what Star Trek should be. It should be good stories. It should be about people working together for a common cause to do the right thing. It should be fun. Fun doesn't necessarily mean goofy or stupid.
Or racist.
Yeah. From what I saw, it looks like that's what we're getting.
Yeah.
What about you, Dan?
Yeah, lots of action, lots of kind of go back to that basic idea of Star Trek, exploration, action, and then developing these characters. Hopefully learn a little bit more about their backstories. I do enjoy those ones as well. Well, Dana, what do you worry about?
Muppets. It's 10 episodes, and I want it all to be good.
Yeah.
And I worry that they're going to put something in there that's going to make me want to throw up or be too cute or something. And I just want, like you said, to the characters to advance and stuff. And I don't see how having Muppets advances characters. But again, Celia Rose Gooding said that it's something we should wait for, then we'll wait for it and see what happens. What about you, Dan? What worries you? What's keeping you awake at night thinking about this?
The squirrels. Squirrels, Dana.
Squirrels in space.
Can you imagine squirrels in space? Some of those scenes worry me that they take place on a holodeck. Remember, we had the holodeck in season 3, but it kind of was glitching, didn't work. I'm worried that they're going to bring the holodeck back. I hope that's not the case.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Second, I worry about these love stories that seem to get dragged out in season 3. I mean, Spock was sleeping with everyone on the ship, it seemed like. The love stories, let's get rid of those. They didn't really go anywhere for me, Dana. I don't worry about the Muppet episodes so much. I really liked, and this goes against a lot of what people felt about in season, whatever that was, 2 or 3, the musical episode. They took a chance. Some people hated it. I thought it was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. I like musicals, so maybe that's why I enjoyed it. But they took some chances. Some of them fell flat.
Yeah.
I'd say most of them were pretty good.
Yeah, since you love musicals, I heard that in season 5, the finale is actually going to be a remake of The Sound of Music. And,
okay, I hate The Sound of Music, Dana. You know this, and you brought that up just to make me angry, and I'm not going to respond, Dana. I'm not going to respond to that fucking musical that you just brought up.
It'll be... The stars are alive with the sound of music.
God, you're getting a break, Dana. A break is on its way. Airmail.
Wow.
And then finally, Dana, I worry that we're going to just have too many fans calling the Damnit Jim hotline. It's going to get so clogged with calls in season 4 that we're just not going to be able to keep up with all our fans, Dana. That's the other thing I worry about.
Yeah, I worry about that too. Yeah.
Here's one thing I didn't think about. If they do this puppet episode, do you think Lamb Chop's going to show up, Dana?
Lamb Chop's going to be going after Pike's puppet. Yeah, so be Hand Chop.
But Lamb Chop is a lamb. A lamb is a sheep, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well then maybe Scotty will going after Lamb Chop.
Me a little Lamb Chop.
Let me put me arm up your sock puppet. That wasn't Scottish. I can't really do Scottish. All right, Dana, that's all I have.
I think you make some really good points, Dan, about this season. And, I think there's a lot of creativity going on. One of the things that I read, and I sent it to you last night, and I wanted to discuss, they're talking about bringing back a character that we haven't seen since Star Trek 3. It's Kirk's son, David.
Yeah, no, that is a mistake. I'm going to tell you right now.
It's as a baby.
Or even worse, even worse as a baby.
So the producers were saying
yeah,
that they want to show that Kirk is not a full-time absentee father, that he's trying to make a connection with his son.
No, he's not. No, that's just not. No.
Because if he does it for one, he's got to do it for all of them. And,
exactly right.
He doesn't have that much time.
And there's got to be at least dozens, right?
At least.
I mean, he's populated like the whole Delta Quadrant, I think. Little mini Kirks.
Yeah, it's funny. I was reading Facebook and somebody made a comment in one of the other posts about one of Kirk's many children or something like that. And this guy wrote a dissertation about nowhere is it ever suggested that Kirk fathered any other children other than David. And this guy went on. I mean, it was like 2 paragraphs worth of stuff.
Wow, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about, obviously. Well, we'll have to see how that one plays out. I think that is a mistake. I do worry about that. Yeah.
Thought that was interesting that the producers wanted to put that in there.
Well, Kirk did, and that's why he's got a kid.
Yeah, I do not remember anybody calling up and going, I just wish that we could see Kirk as a younger man spending more time with his son, David. No, nobody's ever said that. And any podcast or anywhere that I'm aware of.
Well, those 2 professors may have said it. Oh, it would really be good, for like people to see that Kirk is not an absent father.
Yeah, and their discussion just about David being born would have taken about 45 minutes. So
at least that long. So Dana, we're going to change things up a little bit since Strange New Worlds will be on Thursdays. We'll record immediately on Friday. I'll take a couple days to edit. So our show will now be on Mondays, premiering on Mondays instead of Fridays.
Unless you go on vacation again and throw our time loop off. So
Well, that's always a possibility, Dana. Always a possibility. Well, Dana, I'm excited about this. I think it's going to be fun to get back to Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, Dan. I'm sad that there's only really 16 episodes left. Wish there was more. I really like this show.
Well, Dana, I will talk to you next week.
Dan, it's always great to get together with you and talk about Star Trek in whatever form it takes. Once again, want to thank everybody who wrote in and or called. So until we meet again on July 27th, live long and prosper.
Thanks once again for listening to Damnit Jim, the podcast. This podcast was written and produced by Dana Smith and Dan Kelzaretta for Ramble Jar Productions. We'd love to hear from you. Please give us a call on the Damnit Jim hotline at 509-676-6298. From Dana, Dan, and the entire staff at Damnit Jim, have a great rest of your week. And, as always, remember to live long and prosper.